I mean, it's enjoyable just to figure out what things mean, and it's on its own terms. But it seems like the word enemy comes up a decent bit in the Christian tradition.
Certainly.
Insofar as he provides a standard for the limits of love. So you might say to yourself, I'm only going to love up to this extent or that extent. But anytime you try to exclude somebody from your love, the Lord's always saying like, but also, So he says you have to even love those people who are opposed to you in intentional fashion, dedicated to hindering your plans or harming your person. So then this helps us to appreciate the nature of, not like the Christian Project that makes it sound like some weird philosophical school where people wear togas, but it makes us appreciate the evangelical call or like the claim that the Lord has on our life. So then let's think specifically about the Christian approach to enemy treatment. Yes. But it might be helpful to compare that to other approaches to enemy treatment. You start wherever you want.
No, it's good. I think so when you think about, let's say secular and Christian approach, you could say, because it seems like, or natural and Christian approach maybe.
Okay, yeah.
Because it seems like a natural approach would be, I love my friends and I hate my enemies.
Yeah.
Right? I do good for my friends, I do ill to my enemies.
Straightforward.
Right? It seems very, very straightforward.
Yeah.
In a sense of like, what's the purpose of it? I take it's to help us versus them. Right, so there's a sort of externalization of the enemy. The enemy is the one opposed to you and your friends and your projects and your life. So we've got to deal with that. So in this natural approach, you could say my job is to either defeat enemies. Right, obviously I don't want enemies. Enemies are a bad thing. No, we expect in heaven and other places there are no enemies. Yeah. Right, ideally, maybe hell could be the place that there are no friends. It's all enemies. Okay, it's not like hellions are friends with themselves, but enemies of God, right? They're enemies of everyone, and including themselves.
War of all against all.
Yeah, exactly. It's Hobbesianism. So in the natural approach, you might say, well, obviously we'd like to either get rid of our enemies, like we don't want enemies, so it means I need to get rid of them, right? And we'll come back to that. Christians agree with that, of course, too, but it's a different way. Or since it's probably going to be not easy to do that, given laws, then you can just like manage them, avoid them, tolerate them, just figure out some sort of strategize against them in a way to keep them at a minimum. Like we're going to have enemies, like the poor, enemies are with us always. And my job is to moderate them and to avoid them and to tolerate them and to manage them basically as best I can, like children or something like that. It strikes me that's like the natural approach. It's like I don't want this thing. How do I get rid of it?
Yep.
Kill it? Can't. Laws. So therefore, I'll just kind of manage it by avoiding it or something, right? And we just kind of secular natural person. You head of this kind of group where you hang out with your friends and this sort of thing. Then they have their friends and stuff, and you just get these kind of class stuff, and then we can start Marxism and all this kind of business.
Exactly.
Right. That seems a natural.
Yeah, it strikes me
natural approach because you're trying to protect. I take it you're trying to protect yourself and those around you.
Existentially,
and
relationally.
So it's best to keep it at a distance.
And I think like all of us want to think that we're good. And if you have people who don't think that you're good, they represent a kind of existential threat.
Yep.
It's like, I'm great guy doing great things, great skills, great friends. And then this other guy over here is saying like, no, you're actually a
not
turd.
that good.
And then you're like, I have to have some way to account for his presence in my life.
Can't be my mistakes.
It can't be my mistakes, so it has to be his mistakes. So like emotionally, psychologically, if you learn that someone hates you, your instinctual response is to hate them back, to kind of repel them. Otherwise, their hatred registers in you as a kind of devaluation.
Yeah, it's a sort of projection of we're trying to objectify their evil that they project upon you. It's kind of like that Knight of Mirrors in Don Quixote, right? Where he like shows back the mirror. This is what we do with enemies, right? We say like, if you hate me, it must be because of something hateful in you.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like there might be some of us who are inclined to negative thinking or catastrophizing, and we're inclined to attribute all manner of evil to ourselves, but most of us are born egotists. We like tend towards proud and envious comportment as just a matter of fallen course.
Yeah, I think that's right.
And so we'll say either whatever he has against me, it's a misperception or it's a misattribution or he's just a bad dude or whatever. We have ways of trivializing it or of setting it aside. And having the label enemy or having the category of enemy is a helpful way in which to clear mental space lest we have to confront whatever it is that they've said, regardless of percentage of truth or. Father Bonaventure.
Yes.
Do you prefer the Jurassic period or the Cretaceous period?
Ooh, Jurassic period, because I don't know what animals are in the Cretaceous period. Wait, are those little shell thingies?
I don't know what you're referring to.
The Cretaceous period?
No, that'd be a crustacean period.
Are we talking Cambrian explosion?
Can't rule it out. Subscribe to Godsplaining.